I mean, some metrics. For sure, over the next 3 to 5 years, what would you guess that print ad revenue is going to decline? On about roughly 80% of your ad revenue, you can imagine that 7 to 10% of this is going to decline each year over the next 3 to 5 years. I think that's kind of a given. So you start to think about what you need to do on the digital side, and if you're not growing digital revenue, just do the math on that. If you're sitting around 20%, if you're not growing between 70 and 100% on digital revenue, then you're just not going to keep up. You won't replace all of those dollars, but there's the profit, of course, on digital revenue is higher. It's easier to get to profit because we're not pushing out a certain amount of papers. The big issue is what's going to happen to circulation revenue or subscription revenue, if you will, hence everybody playing with paywalls. We kind of made a decision that by the time we would stabilize the company over this year and a half piece and get to the mobile piece, we kind of figured that HTML5 would be a much more robust platform than to think of the walled garden that an app would create. The second thing we started to think about was that, again, I didn't want something that fought our audience growth. And the second thing was that I don't know about you guys, but I'm beginning to think that that icon on my phone, I've gotten rid of, I can't tell you how many apps in the last year. There's more off my phone than was on it when I first got the first version of iPhone, and I loaded up with everything. I think they're becoming like placeholders, like low channel number in an analog world where you were turning around. You had to get to 12, and then
we used to turn channels on a TV.
Used to turn channels. Yes, children, you went like this. On the JRC side of Digital First, half of the dailies at the end of Q3 either had more ad revenue than the year before, or they're within 2 percentage points. Now, the industry average in the quarter was down 10 year to date. Just it's on the NEA.org site. You can check that. So clearly, you can start to do it. I think the key thing is, can you drive enough digital revenue, no matter if you're in Justin's business or mine, to create the products that you need to create? So new products particularly. So this year on the Tractor ROM, there's 2 months left in the year. The 18 dailies at JRC, every one of them will have driven enough digital revenue to pay for their newsrooms, and some. It won't pay for everything else at this point, but it has paid for the core thing about getting the products done. The second piece is, can you pay to support the advertising effort, and then so on and so on.